World Hepatitis Day is observed on 28 July to raise awareness about viral hepatitis, which is inflammation of the liver. It is marked as the birthday of Dr. Bloomberg, who discovered hepatitis B virus, and also the diagnostic test for it, and also the hepatitis B vaccine. Now, what is hepatitis? Hepatitis is inflammation of the liver. Inflammation is swelling in the tissue. It could be either because it is injured or infected. Now, this hepatitis can be acute or chronic. Acute, that is short term, chronic, long term. Of hepatitis, it could be viral hepatitis, which is hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E virus. It could be alcoholic hepatitis, which is consumption of excessive alcohol. Toxic hepatitis, which is caused by chemical medication or supplements. Or autoimmune hepatitis, which is caused by the antibodies, your antibody attacking your liver. So these are some of the causes of hepatitis. Now, how does the hepatitis spread? If you talk about hepatitis A and E, it spreads through water or food which is contaminated or infected by the stool of the infected person, or you can tell it as fecal-oral route. Hepatitis B, C, and D, it is transmitted, the virus is transmitted through either a needle stick injury or injury that is caused by the medical equipment which was touched by the infected touch to the infected person, or multiple use of the needle, like for example if it's a drug addict or a drug abuser, or it could be unprotected sexual contact, and it could also spread through or transmitted through mother to baby or through breastfeeding if a mother has hepatitis. So these are some of the ways how the hepatitis is transmitted. Now, if we talk about hepatitis A, it is mostly acute. It comes like it has symptoms like fever, jaundice, loss of appetite, which would stay for 2 to 4 weeks and then to several months, and it would eliminate by itself. Now, if you talk about hepatitis B, it could be either acute or chronic. Chronic can cause complications like liver cirrhosis or a liver cancer. Again, the symptoms would be same as loss of appetite, jaundice would be there. And if we talk about hepatitis C, it could be acute and chronic. If more 80% of it would be chronic. So the symptoms would show up in the chronic once there is a damage in the liver. So the treatment is done accordingly. Hepatitis D and E, we don't have such treatments, but we treat the symptoms. Now, coming to symptoms, many people with hepatitis experience either mild or no symptoms. If symptoms do appear, they can do so 2 weeks to 6 months after infection. This applies to all types of hepatitis. Acute hepatitis, during the acute or initial phase of hepatitis infection, a person might experience symptoms similar to those of mild flu, including fatigue, pale stools, a loss of appetite and weight, a fever, muscle or joint aches, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, jaundice, yellowing of the eyes, itchy skin, malaise or general feeling of being unwell. A person with chronic hepatitis may experience progressive liver failure, which can include the following symptoms: jaundice, swelling of the lower extremities, confusion, blood in the fecus or vomit. Some symptoms of jaundice include dark urine, itchy skin, light colored fecus. Now, coming to the diagnostic test, so the diagnostic test would be the doctor may suggest a blood test, which includes liver function test, wherein your bilirubin, SGOT, SGPT would be increased, and they would also suggest a liver ultrasound or may also suggest a liver biopsy. Now, for detecting hepatitis B, we do HPSAG and HCV tests we do, and we do recommend it in a regular basis. A regular screening is required so as to because there is less symptoms. There could be symptoms which cannot be shown unless there is a liver failure. So the screening should be done, and if you turn out to be positive, then the treatment should be started. Or if you turn out to be negative, there's vaccines available for hepatitis A and B. Now that you know what is hepatitis, prevention is better than cure. So let's know some of the preventive measures, how we can prevent hepatitis. How to prevent hepatitis? Practicing good hygiene is one key way to avoid contracting hepatitis A and E. Now, if you're traveling to a developing country, you should avoid local water, ice, raw or uncooked shellfish, raw fruit and vegetables. Hepatitis B, C and D contracted through contaminated blood can be prevented by not sharing drug needles, not sharing razors, not using someone else's toothbrush, not touching spilled blood. Hepatitis B and C can also be contracted through unprotected sexual contact. Screening for blood transfusion.